guys, welcome back to Harry Makes Up. I hope you guys are really well. Today I wanted to do something a little bit more fall orientated and kind of taking my makeup, now we've done the transitional makeup, full blown into fall. So I'm going for my vampy lips, my nice kind of currant wine burgundy stains, and I'm going to show you how to get the look. So first thing I'm starting with is a foundation love. I have loved the Kogendo Moisture Foundation for a long time, and I finally got my hands on the Aqua Foundation. I mixed two colours together. I am shade 143 and 123. So I've already got some moisturiser on. I'm just going to do a little pump of each. And this is the perfect foundation for people who want their makeup to look like real skin, but better. That's the best way I can describe it. So I'm just doing a pump of each on each hand, and then I'm taking a Zoeva, this is the defined buffer brush. Got big sleeve today, this could be dangerous. So I'm just gonna blend that in. I just kind of like tap it with my finger, and then we're just gonna go in, and I'm just gonna start blending that into my skin. And I would say this gives sort of like a dewy, light to medium coverage, but it's just a very, very nice foundation. I love it with this brush actually. And just taking that a bit down my neck as well, just to make sure that's all really well buffed in. You see it just gives a really lovely your skin but better finish. Slightly dewy but not crazy dewy. And I'm just going to make sure that's really well buffed in. Then I'm going to take some NARS Pro Prime Smudge Proof eyeshadow base and just take that over my eyes. I like to give this a little bit of time to sink in before I start to actually apply any eyeshadow. And then I'm gonna go onto brows just while that dries. And I've got to say, I'm still loving my Hourglass Arch, the sculpting brow sculptor pencil. Still loving this just because it's so quick and easy. So just giving those a little brush up. I really need to pluck my eyebrows, but it's gonna have to wait a little bit longer. So next I'm going to move on to a palette. This is the Zoeva, the Cocoa Blend palette. I really, really love these shades. I think they're super beautiful and a great palette for fall, for autumn, winter. So I am going to take a little bit of, let's go for Delicate Orchidity. I think I'm saying that right. It's kind of like a neutral, leaning more slightly cool tone. And I'm just going to take this all over the eyelid as a wash. So I'm actually going to use the Luxe Crease brush by Zoeva as well. Can you tell I'm having a bit of a thing for Zoeva at the minute? And what's nice about this is it's almost a little bit of like a plummy grey. So similar to the colour I did use in my transitional makeup tutorial. So you could totally use this, and now with the tweaks I'm going to show you, kind of take the look up to a more autumnal look. I'm just buffing a thin layer of this all over. So nice, it really does go a little bit purpley on me, which I quite like. And I actually find with these shadows I can kind of even like buff it out with the one brush. So like I said, I just wanted to put a small kind of wash and then just buff out kind of like my normal eye shape. So not really winging it out or anything like that. It's more just to get a nice haze of colour over the lid. And then you can go back in with the same shade, and I'm just going to intensify it in my socket just a little bit, just to give a bit more depth into the socket. And then using the Luxe Smoky, this is the shader 234 by Zoeva, I'm taking that same shade and I'm just going to do that on the bottom lower lash line on kind of the outer third, so not all the way along, just for a little bit of depth there. And then what I want to do is go back to a product that I think must have been launched in America way before it was in the UK, because I'm only just now seeing UK YouTubers and bloggers using it. It is of course the Clarins pen. I am loving this. And I want to take the black shade, so I'm just going to pick it up for the black shade, and I'm just going to do into the waterline, so I have a nice black lash line. And then I'm going to start to kind of wiggle it in between my lashes, so it almost starts to come onto the top lid, but ever so slightly, so it's teeniest, tiniest dots. And then I'm going to take the Smudger Brush by Zoeva and quite literally just smudge that into my roots, just so there's the tiniest little bit of definition. I don't want this to be a liner look, but I do want the faintest bit of definition, just because I want to make my lashes look a little bit thicker and cheat a thicker lash line. Then I'm going to give my lashes a really good curl. And then I'm going to apply a nice lengthening mascara. This is the Dior Show Iconic Waterproof, which I find really kind of separating and lengthening. and I want to get some length onto my lashes. I'm not going to do my bottom lashes yet, I'll do those after I put concealer on. I just want to make sure I have a really nice defined lash look. And now you can see where I've kind of done that little bit of pencil just smudged into the lash line, gives me a little bit more lash. Then I'm going to take a bit of Charlotte Tilbury's, this is the Retouching Pen, and I'm just going to put pop even, a little bit of that around the centre of my face and just under my eyes, and then use this other face shape just to give that a nice little buff in. Just take down any of the redness that comes through. And I'm just going to use that to lift and sculpt just a little bit under the eyes while buffing in at the same time. And just a touch more under the eye, just lower down, and I can take a bit of that onto the chin if I need to as well, just to brighten those kind of under eye areas. So I'm just going to use a Luxe highlight brush just to add a bit of powder under my eyes, just to set that just under the eye area in the centre of the face, just with my Chanel powder. Still love this powder. And then just go back to the brush that you used to just buff under the eye. I'm just going to use that just to reblend and make sure it stays nice and soft. And then back to the Dior mascara and just a little bit on the bottom lashes. Then I'm going to do the lip first, because then it'll give me an idea of how much blush to apply. And for lips, I've got two things that I've been using to create my kind of favourite, more moisturising vampy lip at the minute. Now, you guys know I love NARS Damned, and I feel like if you want something that's really foolproof, you guys will have seen me probably use that in a video before. I'll try and find it if I have. But this is my kind of current go-to at the minute. I wanted something for autumn winter that was kind of like a wine stain with a berry mixed together. So I'll show you the two that I've been using. So the first product I've been starting with, to make sure all my lip balm is blended in, is one of the Generation G lipsticks from Glossier, and this one is in Jam. So I'm going to start with this. Such a nice shade even on its own. So the thing for me that makes it like the perfect fall colour when I want that kind of Bordeaux mixed with a berry is adding this, and this is a lip pencil by Chanel in Seduction. So I'm just going to start, and I can get the fullness of my lip that I want, as well as obviously a darker colour tends to make your lips look that little bit smaller. Now for me, I still like my skin to have a bit of a glow. I just always prefer that look. And for me, I'm going to use a cream blush but no highlighter. And this is by Ilia, a brand I've been loving at the minute. This is this gorgeous kind of like tawny, I guess like a tawny raspberry, but a bit more nude. And I'm just going to use this to give a bit of colour now back to my cheeks, which instantly just brings a bit more life back to the look. And I'm just going to use my finger for that and just kind of dab that in. But it's still subtle enough that it doesn't kind of overpower the makeup or fight it. But it's just such a pretty colour. And just with fingers, and then that will kind of give me the glow where I want it. And it makes the eyes look warmer. It kind of brings my face back to life a little bit. So there you have it, guys, a really nice, easy, wearable full makeup look. I will leave a blog post linked below as well with kind of updates for your fall, autumn, winter makeup bag and how to add a few products to just update it for the coming season. I would love it if you subscribe, and I'll see you soon for videos. Thanks so much, guys. Bye.